Welcome to my channel. This is the series of conversations at midnight, and I am so happy that you are here. I'm gonna share parts of my life with you, hoping that my experiences will also be part of your own experiences, and if they aren't, or you never had the same experiences, then that you can learn from the things that I did and the things that I shouldn't do. I mean, we all make mistakes, so that's where we're going to. And thank you for being here. On today's conversation, we're going to talk about the ridiculous things that we do when we are children. And at the age of 12, of course, I was doing things that sometimes were good and sometimes weren't. Like on my first episode, you heard my story about how I praised life so much. But also, there was this other side of me that I wasn't very nice at all. And one of those stories is my mother got very ill. We didn't know what was wrong with her, but anyway, my dad took her on vacation for a whole month. And while she was away, while my parents were away, we had Christina. She was our maid, and she was also like a second mother to us. I mean, she was really sweet. She was still young, but she really loves us. She was very nice to us. But while my parents were away, I was a brat. No question to say, and no, there's no other way to say it. I was a really brat, and I started giving her a hard time. Until one day I decided, no, Christina, she has to go. I'm firing you. I was firing Christina out of my house. And my brothers are saying, no, you can't do that. And I say, why not? And they say, because who's going to cook for us? And I didn't think, of course, all the repercussions of it. But to make the story short, finally, my parents came back after a month that we didn't know where they were or what was happening. And on the day they came back, oh my gosh, I started wailing and telling my mother how Christina was so awful to us and blah, blah, blah. And oh my gosh, being the only girl, my mother, of course, she's going to believe my stories. And she kind of got upset with Christina, and she says, why did you treat the kids like that? And Christina, of course, she's saying, no, I did not do that. But she got upset and she left. And now we had no Christina. And I look back now what happened at that time, and I think about it. Why did this happen? And it wasn't that Christina was mean to us, because she wasn't. And it wasn't that I wanted to be a brat, even though I was. But it was the fact that I missed my parents so much. I was missing them, that I was lashing out every way I could just to find out where they were, because they didn't send a postcard, they didn't send us letters, they didn't make phone calls or anything. So we didn't know anything about them, and I was missing them so much. That was my retaliation about it, but at the time I didn't really understand it. I didn't know. My feelings got confused, thinking that it was Christina's fault. And in adults, in our lives, we do the same things over and over sometimes. There's something that is bothering us behind what is transpiring in the moment, and we are not recognizing what really is behind all of it. We sometimes argue, we yell at each other, or anything like that, but we are not really looking what is behind all this commotion. What is the feeling or the happenstance that is making us go through this moment? And that was a lesson for me to learn, and it was a really good lesson, because now I can look at it, I can see And I can say, yeah, it wasn't Christina's fault. It was me missing my parents. I miss them so much. That was my cry. That was my way of saying this is not okay. What I want to say also about Christina is that she came back, and after a month, she came back, and we were so happy to see her. And so things work out well. And that was so good to see her, and I was so happy to see her. And you guys don't know how it is to see somebody go, and someone that you care about and you love, because we did love Christina. I did love her. And when she came back, it was just a very good day for me. But telling you this story is because I want you to realize that when we do things like this in our own lives, I want you to go deep and look at the reasons why you are upset, why you're lashing out, why you are arguing, what is behind the... Most of us argue, but it's not really the argument about what is in that moment. It's something else, something that we didn't look or we don't want to look. And when we are in those moments, then we're just missing out. We're not really addressing the situation that we have that is really bothering us. Instead, we're trying to argue or fight about something that is not relevant. And I'm hoping that by telling you this story, next time that you get upset or an argument starts in your life, you start thinking about what is really bothering me. Why am I really upset about? Is this moment that is making me upset, or is something that happened before and I need to acknowledge that? So reflect on that, think about it, find the real issues that are behind the moments when you get upset, the moments when you're yelling at each other or whatever, and reflect on that part of your lives. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you on the next episode of Conversations at Midnight. Bye for now.